Yeah! Yeah, let's go. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the KillJoy Jake YouTube channel. My name is Zoe Crawford, and today we're talking a little bit about horror movies, baby. Let's get it going. Let's get it up. Hell yeah. Spoiling us with streams 40 and fandomus. I love that. I like that name. Hell yeah. Let's go. Only the best for these awesome people who are a part of this. Jason is here too. What's up, Jake? Hope you're having an awesome night. Just started watching the original It. Ooh, nice. Good choice for this wonderful fall season, little spooky season action. John Smith is here. What's up? Just started watching part 4 of Halloween, I'm guessing, because we're gonna be talking a little bit about Halloween and some other great horror movies from this month and past month. I also have a special guest tonight. If you couldn't have already guessed that, might have already spoiled that. Dr. Andy is here. What's up? Jonathan Patrick Maslick Jr. is here too. Let's go, baby. Hell yeah. That's what she said is here. That is what she said. Hello. Hank Hill is here. I hope Jake got some rest or at least some coffee between now and the last live. Hell yes, I did, Hank. I'm fucking vibing right now. I'm fucking vibing. Illuminati confirmed is saying, hey, my God. Jet 9 Lives is saying, what's up, Jake? What's up, Jet? How's it going? Blythen is here. I still love that profile picture. Can't fucking get enough of that. I got Halloween Ends falling in the top tier ranking of Halloween franchise top 5. Ooh, okay, I'm liking these early predictions. Speaking of some early predictions, I have an amazing guest coming on to talk a little Halloween Ends insanity with us. Let's change up this badass music to something a little more chill real quick. And I'm gonna pull in my very special guest, who is he told me earlier, don't pull out, Jake. And I'm going to take those words of advice real to heart here. By not pulling him off the stream, we're going to pull him in. Zoe Crawford is here, everybody. What's up, man?
Hello, everybody in the chat. What's up? Yeah, never pull out, always pull in.
always leave it in is the great words of advice, man. So how are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Feeling good, feeling healthy. That's the main thing. But yeah, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm wonderful, man. I feel amazing. I got some pizza in me, and I just feel great.
Same. I just had Little Caesars, dude. I was feeling really cheap, so I got a little $8 pizza.
Oh, dude, when it comes in clutch, sometimes when you're just like, I just need something, Little Caesars, man.
It has a short shelf life though. It's like an hour, like more than an hour. If it's sitting out, it turns into a brick. So you got to eat it fast.
You can't microwave that stuff, man. No, you got to just throw it out.
Nope. It has an hour shelf life.
Yep, yeah, and I can't argue with that, man. So, are you excited for Halloween Ends, man? I want to talk a little bit about that. But, Zoe, you've been here a few times. I like to talk about little Halloween Ends, a little this, little that. We'll talk about everything tonight, but we'll start it off talking a little bit about Mr. Michael and all of his adventures this time around. Coming hot in a week. How are you feeling about all this?
Oh yeah, I mean it's crazy. It's gone by so fast. I mean these past 4 years since 2018 has flown by. So yeah, I'm excited. I see it Wednesday. There's a public screening in my area. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Shameless plug there. I'll have a spoiler-free review up that night. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I am. I think the closer we get to it, the more excited I am.
Oh yeah. I'm a little worried, I'm definitely worried. We expressed a little bit of this.
I've heard some things about the film. I don't know what to believe anymore, to be honest. I really don't know. I don't know how this movie's going to turn out. I think it's, you're going to have people who are going to go into this movie that are that are already thinking it's going to be bad and already have a bad taste in their mouth since Kills. So you have those people, and then you have the people who are optimistic and think, they can take it in a new direction and it can be pretty cool. So we'll see.
I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping for this is a positive new direction. I don't want the same old either. You know what I mean? Like, I know we are all expressing concerns about a certain Corey, but not the one in the house, but the Cunningham one. I'm still like, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about it. I'm kind of concerned, but I see why they're taking it in a new direction. I wouldn't want same old from the 13th entry in any franchise. So I'm just excited that we are trying something new here for the most part. That's me sounding really optimistic. I hope it's good though. How are you feeling about Mr. Corey?
I mean, we've all heard. If you're not in the Halloween space, you probably don't know about this. But if you're in the know, we kind of thinking that Corey's going to be a copycat killer, or maybe be a vessel to Michael in some sort, or I don't know. I kind of viewed it as like this is going to be like a buddy cop thing, like Lethal Weapon, like the 4K is going to be like Corey and Michael back to back on the cover. So I mean, I don't know, man. Like I talked about it in a video I had previously, but it's either they're taking a huge swing if they're doing this, and it could really hit if it's interesting and compelling and they do it right, or they could fuck it up completely and it's just like dog shit. It's gonna be either or. It really is. I don't see a middle ground. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling you there. I think if they fuck this up, it's gonna be like, man, they did not stick the landing on what could have been such a great trilogy.
It's gonna be looked at as like Halloween 6 or like the Thorn stuff, where we take it in a weird direction. That's like, okay, this is kind of fucking bad, but we're all here together witnessing this train wreck. But so like I said, it's either or, man. It really is.
I feel you, man, and we'll get back to that in a second, but real quick, we're going to take a little detour into the old Terrifier tunnel, because I want to talk a little bit about this. Lightning Ghost is saying, throwing $5 in the chat. Thank you so much, Lightning Ghost. I appreciate that, and thanks for being a channel member, too, by the way. Got to thank all of my awesome channel members in that little thing you saw at the beginning. Oh, thank you. Saying, no spoilers, but still processing Terrifier 2. Much love, Jake.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Zoe, did you see Terrifier 2?
Yeah, I just didn't have time to review it. It was either like I kind of had to pick one. I've been really busy lately, so I had to pick either Hellraiser or Terrifier 2, and I picked Hellraiser. But Terrifier 2 is just like 2.5 hours of bloody, schlocky craziness. That's just like, how is this in the theater? Like, how are we watching this right now?
Yes.
It's a good time. It definitely has more plot than the first one, because the first one doesn't really have much. This one I think it's like a beefed up steroid version of the first one.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe it.
I loved it, and obviously we will not be spoiling it here for those who have not seen it yet. I know our friends overseas still have not been able to see it, which is really unfortunate. But I got a lot of comments about this on my review today. You guys will be able to see this in November on a streaming platform known as Screambox. So if you're like, where the hell can I watch this thing? I need to see it now. Screambox in November, and then I believe there may be some like a DVD physical copy release of it later this month as well. So if you're just like really aching to see this thing, you might be able to buy it too soon. I don't know if that goes for overseas or anything either. I know there's like different formats of stuff overseas and shit. I'm not an expert on that at all, but I loved the film, though I could not recommend it enough. Yeah. It's definitely one of my favorites of the year. And just like Zoe said, it's really a juiced up version of the original. It's got so much more to it. Like really, you feel really bad for some of the characters too, which I can't say that about the ones in the first one. I fucking loved Terrifier 2. So it's a banger. Check it out if you can. And Lighting Ghost, thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. Hell yeah. But Jason getting us a little back on track with the old Michael Myers talk. What if Michael Myers is Laurie Strode's husband? Oh shit. What a twist.
That's gross. Imagine what he smells like in bed. Like, he doesn't take showers. All he wants to do is stare out the window and kill. So his priorities aren't straight for marriage. Sorry about that.
No. My God. The girl sucking on his fingers in part 2 is just like, no. I don't want any of that. No way.
Yeah, that's a long night of just killing. His fingers are musty, like super gross. Like he's been touching so many doorknobs and breaking through windows. and the blood from multiple people on his hands. It's just they didn't care about AIDS back then. That wasn't a thing till the 90s.
Thank God. I mean, thank God. At least there's that. Ugh. Man, Mr. Bradley is throwing $5 in there. Thank you so much, Mr. Bradley. I like your profile picture.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, great minds think alike. So good stuff. Saying, hey Jake, how are you? Sorry I'm late, Mr. Bradley. It's all good. We just appreciate that you're here now. I'm fantastic. Zoe said that he was pretty good too.
Yep,
little busy. Well. Good. That's fantastic, Mr. Bradley. Thanks for the $5. I appreciate that. You're the best. We love all you guys. And Locked is saying, did it have the 2-year wait and payoff you were hoping for? I know you've been dying for Terrifier 2 for a while. Yes. I've been waiting for this since I had basically seen the first one, and it blows the first one out of the water with every facet. I loved it.
Has it been 2 years? I thought it was 2016 was the first one.
Yes. I started covering the second film 2 years ago.
Gotcha.
I mentioned that in the video.
I was like, 2020? I was like, I don't know if that adds up.
Yeah, I'd said something in a video about that. I'm like, I started covering this in like early 2020, so to finally see it now, it's one of the only movies that I'm still covering to when I started my channel, and it was just cool to see it finally. It was like, oh my god, I've been talking about this for years, you know. I'm so excited to finally see it. So yeah, no, I definitely worth the wait, 100%. I know a lot of people were getting antsy, you know. Everyone was like, where is this movie? It's supposed to come out in 2020, they're supposed to come out in 2021, and now here it is finally. Definitely worth the wait for sure.
I hope the box office does well. I haven't checked it yet, because I think it was made for like maybe $500,000. I know it was like a pretty low budget. I think it was somewhere around there.
So dude, just from Thursday night previews, they made $400,000, which was really unexpected.
Heck yeah, because like for a film that like if you're not in the horror sphere, like you don't really know, you know, like the average consumers don't really know what Terrifier is. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was really happy with that. I saw Damien and like all the bloody disgusting people talking a little bit about it, and that was just so exciting to me. You know, as a indie horror filmmaker myself, I was just like, this is awesome. You know, this is a non-studio movie being really successful, which is great.
He's so involved in like the social media, like Damien Leone. He's like commenting on people's reviews, and like he's so like in touch, like in the know with people, and like he's so like in the know with social media. And Bloody Disgusting's also like awesome. They're like the best horror news ever. Like I love them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Damien sent me a message today, and I was just like so thankful for that. It was so cool. I posted my review on Instagram, and he's like, I've been waiting. What the fuck? Where is it?
Yeah, he's been like commenting on like some of people's reviews. It's so cool. Like it's like usually filmmakers just don't care or don't do that.
Right. He's so cool. I just love him so much. I love all the people involved. Lauren Lavera too. She wished me a happy birthday. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just some asshole who talks about horror movies.
You've been probably one of the very few people who's been consistently covering that movie for 2 years. So like you're giving them free promotion, and you obviously love the franchise. So
I just thought that was
reciprocated.
Yeah, I just thought it was so. I don't know. It was just really unexpected. Just really, it was amazing. She's awesome in the movie too. A big standout. If you guys are looking for like a good final girl in a slasher movie, Lauren Lavera kills it in this for sure. And Lighting Ghost is asking, without spoilers, what did you think of the new Hellraiser film? Since you have seen it, I enjoy it. Zoe, I'm gonna throw this to you because you have actually finished it. Yeah. I'm about halfway through. So what did you think about it though?
Yeah, I saw it a little bit early. I had a spoiler-free review about it. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, because a lot of the Hellraiser sequels are just dog shit. I mean, like, this is keep it real.
Right out the gate with that. I love it.
After 3, it's just like, what the fuck, man? Like, Revelations is just fucking terrible. Like, literally one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my fucking life. And like, and I don't openly shit on movies, but like, that's terrible. So going into this, I was like, it could be cool. Like it's on Hulu. Like we got Prey earlier, so that was a good movie. And then Hulu's been kind of knocking out of the park lately, low key. But Hellraiser is like pretty solid. Like it's a little bit more thrilling than it is scary, in my opinion. I wish it was a little bit more gory, and they kind of like from the Hellraiser franchise, it's kind of put into my mind that this needs to be like bloody, sexy, you know, kinky, a whole bunch. It kind of like it doesn't have all that. But it's still like a really solid sequel, and probably the best sequel that like in the Hellraiser franchise, to be honest with you. I gave it a 7.5. I think it's pretty solid.
From what I've seen already, and this is probably too early to judge, I definitely have some problems with it already, but for the most part, I'm comparing it to the other movies, and I'm just like, this is so much better than like Hell World or Revelations or something. Which
isn't like a hard thing. Like that's not like a hard hard bar to get over, but it's still like it's solid. Like I said, 7.5 I think is fair. Like I think it's enjoyable for sure.
That's kind of where I'm at now. There's a lot of things that I wish were on screen that are not on screen, especially in the first like hour that I've gotten through. But I'm really digging it. Like I said, the designs for the Cenobites are amazing. You guys have kind of already got some of that shown to us in the trailer. It's a really good addition to the franchise. I loved director David Bruckner too.
Yes.
And so far from what I've seen from Jamie Clayton, she knocks it out of the fucking park.
She's fantastic.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Doug Bradley's awesome. He'll always be Pinhead, but like as a person taking over those reins, she did great. Like she's really like they kind of digitally alter her voice. She's like really sadistic, like sexy, weird. Like it's like Like I was attracted to things I didn't think I was attracted to after watching this movie. I was like, okay, I'm into that, you know.
Kind of want some ethereal chains pinning me up against the wall now,
like,
you know. God damn.
You know, I need whips and weird chains flying everywhere, you know.
Shit, man. I listen. I feel you. Jonathan is saying Inferno was lit. That's the best one to him. Ooh, okay. Hell yeah, man. I think Inferno's. Yeah, that's 5.
I haven't
it's
seen
not
them
bad.
since I was a kid. And I remember seeing Revelations. Like I don't know when that came out, but that was freaking terrible. And I had no hope for the franchise after that.
I want to say that's like late 2010s that one came out.
Yeah,
maybe?
I'm thinking so. Because I remember watching them in like the mid 2000s, like 2009 or maybe late 2000s, 2009, 2010. So
yeah, no, some of them stand out. You know, the space one is pretty bad. I am not a big fan of that one either. But you know, they're pretty hit or miss for the most part. The Inferno is the one I can see people going back and forth with, though, for sure. Mr. Bradley is asking where the new Hellraiser is going to be. It is only on Hulu, so you can find it there and literally nowhere else.
Which is a Disney property, surprisingly. Right?
So Pinhead. Weird. Is a Disney princess.
Yeah,
now.
He is a part of the Disney universe now. Crazy. He can cross over with like Pinocchio and Snow White
seamlessly.
He could be the MCU, you know.
Oh my god. Deadpool and Pinhead I feel like would be an amazing
that'd be awesome cuz like
together.
Yeah, like cuz Deadpool's kind of kinky too, you know.
I feel like they would get along.
Yeah, he can't die, you know.
Perfect match made in hell.
Exactly.
Great stuff. The biggest question that John Smith still has about Halloween Ends is will they be able to explain the 4-year time jump in a way that makes sense or is purposeful? Zoe, I'm gonna give this to you. How do you explain this? Where do you think they're going with all this?
Okay, so with the 4-year time jump, I think time heals all wounds, and after kills, every character is wounded either emotionally or physically in some way. So I think that's really the explanation for the 4-year time jump. That's really what it gives the story for a chance to reset, because kills at such fast pace, you know, go, that to continue from kills would be very difficult because all of our characters are either wounded, damn near dead, or just not in a spot to where you can continue that story. So that's from a storytelling perspective, that's why the 4-year time jump is there. And will they explain it that much? Probably not. I mean, you can kind of get the gist of how these characters are healing through maybe the first 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, and I think director David Gordon Green has even said to us that he's like, it's not going to be a big focus. We're not really going to explain it all that much. He just doesn't feel like it's necessary. I kind of concur with that, you know.
I think people are looking into it too much. It's like don't focus on that. Like, just get that out of your head. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. Like, just you can fill in the gaps. You know, they're gonna give exposition. So I don't think that's something you should worry about.
I agree. I think, yeah, like you already said, it's definitely about them healing their wounds and stuff. If it just continues right off of kills again, it's going to be another movie where Laurie is just still in the hospital. And I don't think any of us really want to see that, personally. Nope. We've had 2 movies like that at this point, and I'm just kind of like, okay, no more Laurie at the hospital, please. But I am excited for the film, and I think that not explaining too much is going to be a big thing this movie is going to have to overcome. It's going to have to be a big challenge for it, I think. Especially
if they're introducing Corey and what we think is going to go with him. You probably don't have a whole lot of time to explain everything in the 4-year time jump when you're focusing on this new character that might be going in a direction that is just pure speculation so far. We don't know yet, but you have to have a lot of time dedicated to that character if you're going to, you know, go in that direction. You have to spend a lot of time, you know, building that up.
Absolutely. 100%. I agree. We got Katie from Poppin' the Popcorn here. What's up? What's up? Hi. Howdy. Hey. Howdy. Hey. Howdy. Hey.
Hello.
I am the Ice Lord is here throwing some hot takes out there saying it pales in comparison to the original Hellraiser. Ooh.
I mean, duh. Like, that's like saying, like, I don't know, like most original movies are like the best in the franchise, you know. I think it's all like different strokes for different folks. Like, people like what they like. I respect their opinion. I mean, it's like saying, I don't know, Halloween 4 is better than the original. You know, most people would
Yeah.
say the original's the best.
Yeah. I do think, just based off of what I've seen, and like I said, I haven't even finished the movie yet, so my opinion is kind of not even valid here yet. But I definitely still like 1 and 2 more than this one. I think like 2 is a movie that's really close to my heart. I just have always loved the visuals in that one. It's really
2's
gross.
Pretty solid. 2's like kind of. I think the first 3 are pretty good. Like they're pretty solid.
Yeah. Yeah, I am digging this one though. It's shot gorgeously. I love a lot of the characters so far too. I don't know. I'm just I'm digging it so far. We got Chosen Vader owner saying, "I love how Michael Myers' mask keeps getting better and more terrifying. Your thoughts?" And Zoe, once again, I'm gonna give this to you first. How do you feel about the Michael mask evolution over this timeline?
Yeah, it's aging. It's progressing. It's like it starts off obviously pale white in the original, and then in 2018 it's like really crusty and creasy, like it's been in a box for 40 years, like it probably was. And then 2018 Halloween Kills, it's all burnt, which is my favorite looking of the mask. I think it's awesome. And then in this one we get like a moldy, musty, gross version of it. So I'm curious to see how it's gonna look on screen for sure. We've seen it in trailers, but I want to see it on the silver screen.
I agree. I know a lot of people don't like the white molds. They're almost like, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, it makes sense. The guy's been living in a sewer for 4 years. He's not wearing that mask the whole time. You know, it's sitting in a gross, musty little wet
if he's
place.
in a sewer, it's wet and mold and water mixed together. Like it's like, like it makes sense. You know, it's gross.
Listen, the grosser the better for me. I want Michael to bite into a rat. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I think it's probably 50-50. That's a
I don't think he would bite into it. He's like a swallow it whole type of guy. He's like a deep throat cat type of guy. You know,
Michael Myers seems like he can take a whole rat. You know, he's a deep throating expert. What that throat do, Michael?
Exactly. He doesn't talk. There's got to be something. Nothing goes out. Stuff goes in.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Well, I hope you liked that answer, Chosen Vader owner. There you go. Next Gen Studios is here. What is up? What is up? Saying, "Hey Jake, when do you think the Chucky franchise will end? It's a lot of fun. Don doesn't seem to have an end game, and he's just kind of doing stuff." That's how I feel about the franchise. He's just kind of doing stuff for sure. I wonder if we'll get another movie or just seasons of this TV show. I hope we get another movie. I cannot be more vocal about that. The show's fine, but I would love another movie for sure. That's where I'm at with it.
Me too. I think I really liked post Seed of Chucky, we waited till Curse, and I really liked Curse. Curse was like awesome. It was like it was a low budget, like almost like a horror house type of movie with Chucky. The effects and the redesign of Chucky were kind of weird. I've always thought like after Seed, he just doesn't look the same. He looks like really odd. I don't know what it is. And then we got Cult, which was just insanely wild and campy and goofy and almost kind of teeters on the Seed of Chucky side. And then season 1 was okay, and season 2 so far is okay. You know, I don't have a huge opinion on it. Like I don't think it's bad. I think the Chucky franchise overall is pretty consistent.
Yeah, I personally, I love all the movies. Like even Seed of Chucky, hot take. Yeah. I still really enjoy that movie. I think it's fun for what it is. Mm-hmm. I like the show. I don't think it's like the worst thing I've ever seen or anything like that. I could see it being better if they had focused on like one aspect of Chucky instead of all of them all at the same time. But I know a lot of fans really appreciate that this show kind of feels like an overture of all of Chucky all at the same time. And for that, I'm like, hell yeah, all the power to you. But I just wish they would. I think Chucky has always benefited from when it was like focusing on one certain type of tone, which you see in all the different movies. Like he takes it in so many different directions, and it's really cool. It's awesome. It's such a versatile franchise. And we are seeing that again here in the series for the most part. Most people really like it. So all the power to you. But yeah, Talking a little bit about Terrifier 2. Christian is here, wants to talk a little bit about that. Awesome. Saw it last night, and oh my goodness, consider my pants soiled and boiled. My God. Did you find this one scary, Zoe?
It's hard to scare me, like, I'm a big horror fan, so, like, it takes a lot to scare me, but I thought it was just, like, goofy, campy, gross fun. Like, it didn't scare me. I think Art the Clown is just, like, such a weird out there character, and I really like Terrifier too. I think there were certain things when I was watching on the screen, I'm like, dude, this should be like NC-17. Like, this is just insanely gory. I'm like, how is this happening?
The fucking scalpel. I won't go any more into it, but
yeah,
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. There's some imagery in here that's gonna, like, if you're wheezy, do not watch this.
Yeah, for sure. It is. I do agree. It is definitely. It's almost goofier than it is scary. But yeah, I will say the one thing.
Movie camp, you know.
Kinda. Yeah, absolutely. The one thing that this movie has over the original, though, is I really like there's a certain character who's new, and I won't get into it any more than that because it's kind of a spoiler, terrifying. Like, I feel like that they have some really terrifying shots with this character, and I can't really get any more into it than that because...
No pun intended. It is
yes, terrifying. Right. Exactly. I loved it, though. I talked a little bit about it in my review, if you know what I'm talking about. Ty Lee is giving the best comment of the entire night so far. You could see Michael slurping down a rat with the tail hanging out of his mouth like a spaghetti noodle.
Yeah.
Nothing, and I mean nothing, would bring me more joy than that.
Exactly. That's exactly how it would go down.
I hope so. Maybe somehow I shot that thought into the writer's room.
I mean, he's eaten dog before, so I mean, eating rat is like same territory, you know?
Yeah, it's maybe not even as bad. Yeah. I don't know. I've never eaten a rat before, not yet, but
you're missing out. Missing out, bud.
Maybe I am, you know. Maybe I am. Deep fry a rat and just see what happens. I'm YB is what I think this is saying. Is saying based on the content I've seen with Halloween Ends Twitter and fan pages, I would spend my pocket change, especially on the junkyard kid scene. Reminds me of H2O and looks absolutely incredible. Ooh, okay, some positive comments about Halloween Ends. You don't see these too often, so
no.
This is nice.
I like the Halloween fandom, but at the same time, they're full of some crazy weirdos. Just from making content, I've gotten some comments that are just outlandishly weird and crazy, and I'm like, you know what? Good for you, bud. You know, just I'm so glad you got to voice your opinion. So that's a nice change of pace.
I agree. You know, I'm still staying positive for this movie. I don't think it's going to be all bad because, I mean, just in comparison to some of the other sequels we've got in this movie, I just think that this one is still going to be at least watchable, even if it takes the franchise in a weird direction.
I've seen people like shit on Halloween Kills and like, this was absolutely terrible. Like,
just like that too.
Yeah,
with that voice,
Mike Wazowski. Yeah, exactly. You know, and I'm like, what movie did you watch? Like, have you seen Halloween 5? Have you seen 6? Have you seen Resurrection? Like, this is like Halloween's full of peaks and valleys, but I think Halloween Kills is definitely like up there with the peaks in my opinion.
No, absolutely. I like even flaws and all with Kills. I still think that just production value wise, that movie's so impressive. And
it's
so
literally like an 80s slasher. It's full of crazy bloody kills, campy, goofy characters, logic's out the window. It's just chaos. It's like it's honestly pretty realistic in the fact that if you got a group of crazy people and like who are unqualified to hunt down this mass serial killer, that's probably how it would end up. You would have people walking around with a freaking iron trying to kill Michael Myers, people chanting stupid fucking chants, like people like acting stupid. Like as much smart people there are in this world, there's a lot of fucking stupid people in this world. And Halloween just shine the light on all the stupid people. So like it's like
yes.
I don't get it. I really don't. I think it's so much fun. And kind of realistic.
So yeah, I agree. I think that's what I like so much about Kills. You know, it's like people wouldn't go the absolute smartest route to take something down. Not all the time, and that's it's realistic. It's fun. Jet9 Lives is throwing $10 into the chat though. Thank you so much for that. I greatly appreciate the support. Saying I am beyond excited for Halloween Ends. Hell yeah. Listen, no matter how this movie comes out, we have Michael Myers on the big screen one more time, killing people in a week. Baby, let's fucking go. That's exciting all in itself. We should be all celebrating, going nuts, losing our minds.
Also, if you're in Boston, Massachusetts, if you're in the Boston, Massachusetts area, you can see Halloween Kills on October 11th on GoFobu screening. So yeah, if you're in the Boston area, you can see it 3 days early. So you're welcome.
I appreciate you sending me all of that information because I now have another website to go to for early screenings.
Yeah, it's probably like the biggest public screenings. Like you can in most major cities, you can go to gofobu.com and see screenings early. So everyone, go check that website out.
There
Definitely
you go.
Very useful.
Hell yeah. I love it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Jet9Limes, one more time. Just thank you so much for the $10. I greatly appreciate that. And I am also beyond excited for Halloween Ends too. I'm pumped. It's
Me
gonna
too.
be sick.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Oh, yeah. Let's just start going fucking insane monkey mode.
I have a lot of energy today. You know, it's Friday. It's the weekends come in. It's spooky season. You know, it's a good time.
Oh yeah.
Good time of year.
Great time to be a horror movie.
Yeah,
YouTube page
it's
too.
overwhelming how much stuff we're getting. Like even till the end of the year, like we're getting a whole bunch of crazy stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, like my schedule is booked up. Like I have so much to cover and so much to talk about. It's great. I love it. Life is good, as they say, Zoe.
Mm-hmm.
What if the twist is that Michael is somehow related to Corey? Ooh, Russ, I see what you're saying there, Russie. It could be something along those lines. I do think they're gonna have some kind of connection. I don't know if it's that they're related or if it's like his son or something like that, but I see where you're going with it, for sure.
I've always really been interested in the fact that possibly, this is probably not going to happen, but if Laurie and Michael were like still related in this timeline, like maybe like only Laurie knew, and that's why she's maybe like holding in like this secret that she feels like really guilty and really like painful over. I know that might like fuck up the whole trilogy, but I think that would have been like a really cool reveal, like to like they were maybe brother and sister all along. I've always really liked that aspect of Halloween. I think I know it kind of handicaps it a little bit. In like one of the original timelines. I mean, there's like fucking 3-4 timelines in this franchise, so I don't know which one it was, but I've always kind of liked that. It's definitely like a Empire Strikes Back ripoff. Yeah. But like whatever.
Yeah, it's the original second movie is where they kind of introduced that. I guess a lot of people don't love it because it almost just kind of feels like almost pointless. But it's like the point of it is like this is why you have Michael going after Laurie. Like
that's why people don't like it, because it gives Michael a motive.
Exactly, and it's almost scarier that he doesn't really have a motive. He just kind of kills and goes home, and that's what I love about this timeline so much. And I just really hope they don't over-explain it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm worried about with the whole mask stuff. There's so many images that I've brought up in some of my videos where I'm like, this is clearly going to talk about the mask a lot, and I just don't know how I feel about this. Have you seen? Do you mind if I pull up an image, or are you just gonna?
I'm a Halloween nut, dude. I've seen almost everything.
I figured. I just always like to ask because some people don't want to get spoiled. So
no, you're good.
We have this image that I took from the trailer, and it's like it's very clearly the mask on the side of like the cave wall in the sewer or whatever. I just don't know how else to take that. This to me is just very obviously some kind of like I don't know if it's like a shrine to the mask or something, but I just feel like this is so much more than an Easter egg, you know?
Maybe Corey's carving that shit in. I don't know. Or maybe Michael's like banging his head against the wall really hard.
Like so much so that it like leaves an imprint.
Hey, it's dark as fuck down there. Ain't no lights, dude. He fucking fell.
He doesn't have an iPhone with a flashlight or any of that bullshit.
Yeah, one of his eyes are poked out, so he can't see regardless. So
right.
There's no electricity down there, dude. He fell. That's obviously the explanation.
You know what? You got me there. No argument there for sure. That's great. Mr. Bradley is throwing $5 into the chat as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Bradley. I appreciate that. Saying, I still think that after Ends, they should go back and give Jamie Lloyd, Danielle Harris, of course, proper story and delete 6, maybe even 5, definitely 5, from the timeline. So I'll let you take that one.
For instance, I hate 5. That's one of the openly movies I'll shit on. The worst Halloween movie ever. Sorry if you like that movie, but from a studio standpoint, I don't think they would ever do that because no one, like the general audience, has no idea about that timeline unless like you're a huge Halloween fan. Like, oh yeah, like you need to watch a movie, but you need to watch Halloween 4 from 1988 in order to understand this movie. It's like they wouldn't do that, but I definitely see like the love for that. I think they maybe just give her a cameo. Maybe she's in Ends. I don't know. Well,
I could see them doing a new timeline with Danielle Harris, though, like as being the forefront. Just it's not a continuation off of 4, 5, or 6. Like it's just a brand new story with Jamie Lloyd. I could see them doing that now that Jamie Lee Curtis has kind of retired her character. Who's the next biggest Halloween character that's a protagonist? There you go. I could see them doing something like that, but I just don't think it'll be a continuation off of like 4, just like how they did a continuation off of 78. Because like the original movie's a classic, you know what I mean? Like that is a classic horror film. I would argue, even though I really like Halloween 4, I would argue it's not a classic film that everyone has seen, you know?
No. It's like, it's very niche. And studios don't want to do niche stuff. They want stuff that appeals to mass audiences. It's at the end of the day, we are fans, but studios need to make money. That's the main bottom line. If they don't see a profit, they're not going to make that movie. That's just how it is. Maybe a TV series, but that's the more low budget.
I do see Danielle Harris coming back though if they ever bring Halloween back. I don't see Jamie Lee Curtis coming back. I genuinely think she's done. But I could see them doing this with Danielle Harris. I mean, she's young, dude. She's not like old or anything. They could totally
she's like in her 30s. I don't know. She's pretty young. I want to
say like late 30s, early 40s. I can't remember, but they could totally do that. I don't know. I could see that happening. I don't see it being a continuation, but something new with Danielle Harris for sure. Mr. Bradley, thank you again for the $5. I appreciate that a whole lot, a whole bunch. A whole bunch of a lot. Just making up words at this point.
Thanks.
Thanks. We got Squidward Tennis Balls here saying, do you think Corey's going to be the blame of another copycat killer's murders, or do you think he's actually going to be going around doing it? If so, do you think he could be creepy in his own new way?
I think Craven Something Scary had a really good video kind of about this. From all the interviews and everything we've kind of seen, I think we need to take this movie more at face value and see what you believe what you see. I see Corey working with Michael in some type of way. I think it's just that. I think it's straight up just maybe like Corey becomes fascinated with Michael. He becomes obsessed with Michael. And very much like Christine, he just gets consumed by him, you know, and wants to like feed him and build him up. You know, I think that's what this movie's going to be about.
That's like the running theory. You know, that's what I hear a lot of people
Makes
saying.
Sense, you know?
It does. The thing that's thrown a monkey wrench in all of that for me though is why do we have all these scenes with Corey and Lori together? Like I'm really confused as to what I'm struggling to find what that how that fits into all of this. I guess.
It's like, okay, so apparently supposedly Corey and Allison are dating. So I'm sure they have a relationship, and we don't know how long they've been dating. And I mean, it's like a son-in-law, mother-in-law relationship, possibly, you know.
So I wonder what their relationship is in this movie. If it's good, if it's like maybe Lori just has a bad vibe about him or something.
Or it starts off good and then it turns sinister, you know.
Yeah, I hope it's fleshed out enough for me to like be like, oh, this is cool. Okay, this I dig this. I was talking a little bit about on the Lethal Collective stream about how if they do end up turning him into an antagonist, I hope that it's short-lived. I hope it's short-lived. You know, like we have that junkyard scene where a lot of people are speculating it's definitely going to be Corey killing all the kids there. I hope that's the extent of it. I hope it's just that. Maybe those are some like high school bullies or people he doesn't like or something. He goes after him, kills them, and then Michael shows up and finishes him off. That's kind of what I'm hoping from it. Hopefully it's small.
Because then it turns into like a Friday the 13th Part 5 situation where it's like another person wearing the mask and like it's the same thing technically, but it's not really the shape. It's like a shape cosplay, you know?
Yeah. I agree. I don't want it to just be like Friday Part 5 all over again, where it's like it's a murder mystery too. We have to find out it's this person instead. I'm like, dude, that's just not Halloween, you know? That's like that's a cool Scream thing, and there are plenty of other franchises that have the murder mystery angle, but I just don't know if that fits here in Halloween. And Danielle Harris in Hatchet 5, the hatchening is hilarious. It's hatching time. Nice. Love it, Locked. How would you feel about a requel to H2O set in the far future so Laurie still gets a happy ending? Maybe use the ghost idea from H4. I'm just tired of accepting resurrection as canon. I don't, if it makes you feel any better. Like, that timeline ends with H2O, and that's it.
Yeah, and with Halloween, it's a choose your own adventure. You could follow whatever timeline you want. Some people only see the original. Like, only view the original as one solid movie, or you could go off to like whatever freaking timeline you want, man. Like, it's, I don't think it's like, what is canon, in this franchise? It doesn't exist.
No, you're spot on, man. I mean, because of how many different pathways we've gone down, there's like an entire movie that's just in its own fucking world. Halloween 3, like that doesn't even exist in this in this universe. I think
out
that
there, man.
Right. I think you can kind of just, it's choose your own adventure, go down whatever path you want. And if you want to stop at a certain point, like at the ending of H2O and not continue it any further, you can do that. It's wonderful. That's why I think I'm okay with this movie being something so different and so out there, because at least it's not the same thing. That's not what I want from Halloween at this point. I like that it's become...
man. You really can't, because then it just turned into like, this is Halloween 2018 again, or Halloween 78. And then it's just like, and the movie would be like 20 minutes if it was just Michael versus Laurie. So if you're going to add this in there, it's probably going to be, honestly, a large extension of the runtime.
And dude, our conversation would be way more doom and gloom if the trailer was showing us another prison bus where Michael jumps off of and Laurie is like, oh no, he's back? What? Mm-hmm. Like, I would be shitting on this movie so much worse if that was the case. But I'm just glad we're doing something different. The sewer stuff has me so intrigued. That's so different for this franchise, for Michael to be hiding down there and all that. I think there's a lot of opportunities to do some fun shit here.
He's got a secret lair. He's got like Oracle in the background, putting out kills for him. It's got like a Batman lair down there.
He's got a moat of lava. He's like Dr. Evil.
Yeah, or like Darth Vader has his own throne of just like he's like having like when the Emperor like calls like Vader for like the little like what's it called where he I don't know the word for it where it's like he FaceTimes him. He has like the fucking hologram. He holograms Corey, like gives him a fucking chore list to do and shit.
You must do my bidding.
He's just silent the whole time.
Oh my god. Listen, man. I mean, by the time we get into the 20th installment in this franchise, we probably get something like that. Who knows, right? Chosen is saying, wait, who killed the DJ dude? Was it Michael or Corey? I couldn't tell. Well, in the trailer, you can kind of see that maybe he has all the fingers on his left hand, but I'm still like, I feel like that's Michael, though.
I don't get, though. It's like, why? That's such a bad continuity error. Like, you could have, like, done some MCU trickery and just, like, CGI'd his fingers off or something. Like, come on. Like, you're just giving us too much. Yeah. Like, just change little things here and there, and you could have made the trailer even better and not spoiled stuff.
Right. I do feel like that maybe some of the stuff that we're speculating is Corey. I feel like maybe Michael, though, because like also don't forget James Jude Courtney does have all of his fingers in real life, so maybe they did a take where it's like he didn't have the prosthetic on, covering up his fingers.
Maybe
who knows.
There's one thing about this that kind of leads me to thinking there is a copycat killer, is that James Ducournau wasn't on set for very long. He was on set for like 4 weeks. So it's like, maybe that's the fact. I don't know. Like, and it kind of gets to the point where like the internet seems to ruin everything. And I feel like maybe we're even contributing to that. It's like, we're able to freeze a trailer and analyze everything, and there's a trailer breakdown for everything, and there's so many people reporting on it that it kind of can even ruin the magic sometimes with films.
I would argue though, like the studio still put that out. Like if they didn't want us to see it, then they shouldn't have put it in the trailer in the first place. That's where the problem lies for me, and that's why you'll always hear me bitching about why Universal putting too much in their marketing.
Dude. It's it's a double-edged sword.
Because like fans who are excited about this will analyze a trailer. Like they will slow it down anyways. Like someone's gonna do it. So it's like if you're gonna put it in there, just know someone is gonna see that little half a second clip you probably don't want them to see. So maybe just don't put it in there. Just give us 60-second trailers are okay. I'm fine with that. That's all I need to build hype for.
I don't get why trailers are like fucking 2.5 minutes. Like, I don't understand the marketing business side behind of it. I don't know. Maybe they get more freaking ad revenue on YouTube. I don't know. The longer the video is.
Watch you start getting like 8-minute trailers now. So there's a mid-roll.
Yeah.
It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, dude, what?
Exactly.
I honestly, I feel like Blumhouse is doing this on purpose, though. I mean, look at the Black Phone. They over-marketed the hell out of that earlier this year, and that made over $100 million. That's an original movie. I mean, it's based off of a Joe Hill novel. Obviously, that's Stephen King's son, but I don't know if that was enough to garner $100 million, let alone, you know, because it's how they marketed it. I feel like maybe that's why it made so much money, the like overdoing it, essentially. I don't know.
Right.
I could be wrong, though. We got a 5. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off there, so.
No, I said we'll see.
We'll see.
We will see.
Magic fingers. Legion is throwing $5 into the chat. Legion, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate the support. Saying, watch it ends up another H2O ending with the fake Michael, and then gets retconned with the next movie that Blumhouse does, surprisingly. Hopefully not.
Well, technically that's Resurrection, but you know, whatever.
Technically.
God, I get those people in my comments all the time. Actually, it's pronounced pornography, not.
Oh my god.
I love it.
I'm okay. Like, this brings up a really good point, though. Legion brings up a pretty decent point here, though. Are you okay with a Michael death at the end of this? Because it seems like people are very strongly for this or against this, one way or the other.
If it's cool, like if it's dope, like H2O is cool, he gets decapitated. That's pretty cool. But like, I want like a cherry bomb up Michael's ass and it's like gets exploded, like something like insane. Like he needs to
see his ass get blown up.
Yeah, from the inside out, just like get shredded.
Ant-Man shows up and just like crawls up his ass and expands. Yeah,
exactly. That's the only way. Or Busta Rhymes comes in and fucks him up. That's the only person who can ever defeat Michael.
You get like it's like an Endgame level scene where it's like all the people from the franchise just pop up.
Hella portals open. We get Tina from Part 5. We get Busta Rhymes. We get fucking like just everyone. Loomis.
Yeah, they all come out of portal like Doctor Strange portals.
Ben Tramer.
Ben Tramer's. Oh my god, that would be wild.
Everybody.
And Legion is correct in himself. Legion, it's all good. We knew what you were saying. It's all good. Thank you for the extra $2 too. Thank you so much. I'm
just messing around, dude.
we're just joking, around. Yeah. And yeah, most people don't know this about Joe Hill, which is interesting because he changed his last name. Yeah. I believe I've heard him say that he just didn't want the same last name to get like people checking out his stuff just because he's Stephen King's son, which I respect. That's actually pretty cool in my opinion.
That's exactly what happened. I'm actually reading. Hold on a second.
Oh.
Actually have. Oop, that was loud. I'm actually reading Misery at the moment.
Oh, nice.
The OG cover. I'm like a whore for like vintage horror books. Like I love like these old covers. Like, it's awesome book, by the way. Great movie too.
Oh yeah. Have you ever? So just out of curiosity, have you read any Joe Hill?
I've skimmed through the Black Phone to kind of prepare for my review, but no, I haven't.
I like, there's like a few novels that I love from him. His other stuff's kind of whatever in my opinion, but Heart-Shaped Box is like a masterpiece. If you want to,
Nirvana song.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. The story is also great too. I really like that book. That's definitely my favorite from him. Even though I believe it's called the Fireman or whatever. That one's also really good too. But the Heart-Shaped Box is that's phenomenal. If you want a good read, I see you're a reader, so I had to throw it out there. You know.
Yeah.
So.
I've been trying to read more. You know, just I like horror books. I think just visualizing nasty horror stuff in my mind is just as cool as watching stuff on TV. Absolutely,
man. I used to be really into reading. I just like the past 3 years I've been just going crazy with work.
It takes time, dude. Like, and you have to I have to space it out.
Right. It's a lot. It's more of a commitment than a 90-minute movie, obviously. So it's just a lot, but it's fun. Locked is asking a really good question. Something a lot of us have been not kind of avoiding. You know, we're all talking about like who's going to win. Is it going to be Michael? Is it going to be Laurie? But is this going to top the 2018 showdown?
2018 Showdown was pretty cool. I know they reshot that ending. I heard the ending to that was just like dog shit, and then they reshot it, and like, because I heard like the test screenings for it were like terrible. Like people hated it. I remember I was watching like a deep breakdown video about it and reading some articles. Yeah, so reshoots can be good, guys, and that's. I think a lot of people there's some reshoots for ends as well. So yeah, as long as it's like just I want it to be like a cat and mouse game between Michael and Laurie, and it just maybe but at the same time, from what I'm seeing from the trailer, it looks like it's kind of mirroring 78, and there seems to be a lot of homages to that movie, which is great, but like, do your own thing. Like, don't copy that. We've seen that, we love that, but I want you to do your own thing. It ends, man. And it looks like they're maybe teetering the line of adding the familiar images and scenes from that movie, but I hope they balance it out with doing something unique and different, which I think they're doing, hopefully.
I hope so too. I think you put that perfectly. The other thing I like about the 2018 movie, I really like the ending because it's like you see Laurie's house, it's got all the traps and the doors and all that shit. That's awesome. Cool. But something Jamie Lee Curtis has teased to us about this new movie is that it's like Laurie's not really prepared for it this time. She was in 2018, but now she's not. So what does that look like? And we actually see her like basically getting the shit kicked out of her in that new movie. So what does that fight look like when it's like everything is on the line? You don't really have any backup plans or anything like that. I think it's going to be more vicious and brutal, and hopefully it tops the 2018 one. But just like you said, that's going to be a tough thing to accomplish, I think.
James Ducournau, I think he quoted the ending of the movie erotic. So yeah, I'm excited to see that.
I wonder what that looks like. It really makes me question. Erotic. Okay. Hey, listen, James. All right, man.
Hey, man. I'm into that,
I'm into man. Jamie Lee Curtis. Goddamn. Anyways, Legion is throwing $5 in there again. True Lies. God. Okay, I'm gonna chill out. I gotta chill out. Oh God, Jesus Christ! Legion is throwing $5 in there. Thank you so much, man. Since you guys like horror too, do you guys have a real favorite serial killer? Mine is Ted Bundy.
What the fuck?
Some say it's weird to have a favorite serial killer. What?
No, I don't. I don't.
There are
Lincoln Slasher. That's my favorite serial killer.
The hash ringing. Yes.
Nosferatu.
I think it's interesting, to dive into some of the shit that really happened. I wouldn't glorify these people, though. That's a big thing that this is like actual awful shit that happened to people.
Yeah, I think it's disrespectful to like, oh, I love fucking Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, that's weird. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I question you if you have a favorite real life serial killer. I really do. Bro, you need to touch some grass. You need to go outside.
I will say that's kind of, so I started the Jeffrey Dahmer thing on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
I have.
So my problem with it is like, it's really well done. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't even have a problem with it really, but the big thing that I'm not digging about it is the fact that it's kind of like American Psycho starring Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, they set up sequences where you're kind of like supposed to laugh, and that's kind of weird to me because it's like, dude, what? Like, this is like something that really happened. I don't know how I feel about that. You get what I'm saying? Or
yeah, I think it's a combination of like what he thinks it's funny. It's almost like you're in the room with him, and it's like from his perspective in certain ways, and also from other characters' perspectives. It's bleak until he murders someone, and I think that's the point, because that's the only peak he gets in life, by murdering people.
Yeah.
And he has a weird sadistic sense of humor, and there's things that are funny that probably shouldn't be, and there's a lot of memes about the show, which is pretty hilarious. But
I know, and it's just like, it's almost like I get why there's so many complaints about it. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just odd. It's a weird way to set it up.
Done, for sure.
I
liked it
like,
a lot.
I can't argue with that.
It's hard to get through in certain times. Have you finished it?
I've only watched the first 2 episodes, but
okay. Episode 6, I believe, will like rip your fucking heart out. No pun intended. It's really, I think it's episode 6. It's really emotional, and it like builds up a certain character and that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I'll have to check. I'm gonna finish it eventually.
Yeah.
Next month I'm gonna have so much more time.
It's depressing, for sure. So I get it. Too.
Yeah. You also, I feel like you can't just sit down and watch all of that at the same time because of how bleak it is, like we were talking about. So I'm gonna do it in doses for sure. David Coe is throwing $5 in there as well. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate the support. Saying if you guys had a choice between Halloween 5, Resurrection, and Jaws 5 back to back to back, or Explosive Diarrhea, what would you choose? I'm assuming you're talking about Jaws: The Revenge, which is also a pretty fucking awful. And he corrected himself with another $2. David, you're the best. Thank you, Jaws: The Revenge. Zoe, I'll let you start this one. Explosive Diarrhea or those 3 movies back to back?
I have explosive diarrhea every day, so that's not even I don't care about that. So with the movies, Halloween 5, I rather gag on a box of dicks. Resurrection is so bad it's good. And Jaws 5, I've seen it once. It is so bad it's good as well. I'm gonna go with Resurrection because I like Busta Rhymes' crazy freaking attitude, and just like he's kind of a badass, and it's funny, and it feels like a weird early 2000s film. It's and I kind of grew up in that era, so I have like kind of nostalgia for those movies.
I feel you there. Resurrection does have that familiar feel to it. I like that. Jaws the Revenge is just so goofy to me. Like I always have a good time with it. It's stupid as all hell.
It's
but
kind
like,
of the resurrection of the Jaws franchise. It's just weird and crazy and out there.
yeah. So I've seen that a few times, and like I can at least enjoy that for just being a really stupid, so bad it's good movie.
Did you know that the shark is actually, his name is Bruce? Did you know that? Do you know the shark's name is Bruce?
In that one too?
No,
like,
just in general, but yeah, like
it's after that's his lawyer, like it's named after his lawyer.
That's fucking hilarious. That's so fitting. For like that fits him so well.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's hilarious. Dude, that first movie is fantastic. I wish the sequels could even be close to what that first movie was, but
Steven Spielberg was only involved in that one, right? And was he involved in the sequels?
No, like literally,
that's probably why.
I don't even think not at all. Like they had, I know the second one immediately got a new director because he was working on Close Encounters, I want to say, right after that. So yeah,
I listened to the Pod Mortem podcast about that. I'm like, I did not know that. Great podcast, by the way. If you're looking for a horror podcast, shameless plug. I don't know them personally, but Pod Mortem is amazing. Best horror podcast there is.
I want to say I followed them on like Twitter, but I've never actually listened to it.
They're great. They're fucking hilarious. They are I've listened to a lot of horror podcasts. They are by far the best. And I love Dead Meat, and I love a lot of other ones, but their chemistry is amazing. They're so funny.
All right. I'll have to check that out. Damn, I really Dead Meat's the only horror podcast I listen to.
Right,
so
they're amazing. Like James and Chelsea are like top tier like horror YouTube gods, but like Pod Mortem, as far as podcasting, amazing.
Okay, hell yeah, dude. I'll put that on my list. Mm-hmm. I'll listen to some podcasts in the morning sometimes when I'm like just not feeling music or whatever.
They break down, like for instance, they did like. I was watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. They just go by the film, kind of recap it, but like their jokes are just so like they have me like tearing, like my balls hurt after like I listen to them.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's how you should feel after a good podcast. Balls are aching,
nice tender scrotum,
I love how like right as I said that, I lost a viewer. That was just like perfect timing. That couldn't have been better.
We didn't need him anyway.
You don't want to talk about sweaty nutsacks on a horror live stream. See ya. Yes. There we go. John Smith is bringing up something pretty funny that I'd love to touch on. I hope the legend himself, John Carpenter, is happy with Halloween Ends, which is this is funny because I don't even think he cares. Like some of the shit he said, like he's just like, they're gonna keep making these movies as long as they make money and shit. Like he keeps saying shit like that. I don't think he even cares. Like I think the only one he cares about is the first one.
He's like your old grandpa who just doesn't give a fuck about anything. Like he just does. He does not hold back anything. Like even when he was younger, I watched the interview with him. Like right when he was filming 1978 Halloween, he was like, Yeah, like I like George Lucas. Like I don't fucking like Steven Spielberg's movie. Like he did not give a fuck. Like he just said he's so blunt and it's hilarious. Like it's an interview of him shitting on directors like openly. It's pretty awesome.
He's amazing though. Like
Dude.
I love his movies. I'm
Yeah.
going through some of his stuff right now. Like I just rewatched The Fog recently. I love that movie. It's fucking incredible. He's got a lot of very underrated movies. I think so. I love his whole filmography.
I think
sure.
The Thing's the best movie he's ever done, and that's even better than Halloween '78. Hot take.
I may like that one better too. Like there's just so much going on there to dissect and talk about. And no pun intended with that either. I fucking love The Thing, dude. Halloween's it's up there. It's definitely in a top 3 for me though. It's so immersive. Halloween's his most immersive film, I feel like, with the music and the setting and the look of it. You feel like you're really there. You feel like you're right next to Laurie Strode and all that. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful movie.
It's a perfect season movie. It's a perfect October movie. I actually might watch it tonight. I have the 4K around here somewhere, so I might pop it in. I like the 4K that came out like 4 years ago. I think it's the best scan personally.
Ooh.
It's very bleak and not colorful, which I like.
Oh, hot take. I like the newer one. Honestly, I really like the best.
Well, your opinion is wrong and gross.
Most people would agree. most people would agree with that. You should see my comment section, dude.
That's what I'm pretending to be. I'm pretending to be a YouTube commenter.
Thank you. Wow, I appreciate that. But I do like the new scan for kind of the same reasons. I like that it's a little darker in tone. If you go back and watch like a DVD or something of it, it's way brighter and like more orangey. With the coloring.
Scans are tricky. They're like they either mess with it too much or it like to the point where it annoys me, or they get it just right.
Yeah. So, some of them are kind of meh. Like I've heard the Terminator 2 4K is like awful.
Me too. It like sells on Amazon for like $8 because it's so bad.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, like I'm like I guess because maybe some movies from like those eras just don't need to be upscaled because they're kind of a product of their time.
Yeah. I do trust Shout Factory personally though with like anything and everything. Like
Their
if they put something out,
box art's always great. Like what they did with the Friday the 13th box set is.
I literally just got that. It's right on my shelf.
I need to get that. I've been lacking on that.
So I don't know if this is still the case, but it was on sale. That's the only reason I got it, because it was like $150 brand new, but it was $80. So I got it for that.
I'm waiting on a Halloween 4K. I'm sure after ends they're gonna drop one. So like I've been wanting to get like all of them, but I'm like they're gonna drop a box set in like a year or two, so I'm gonna wait.
Probably, yeah. So, yeah. And the other thing about Friday the 13th, dude, there might be a new one next year. So,
yeah.
So this box set's about to go obsolete if they make another one next year.
So it's like, damn, should I wait again? Like I don't.
There you go. David is talking about how he talked about I was puking this morning.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Zoe was there to hold my tiny strands of hair back so I didn't get any puke in it. Thank you so much for flying out from California to help me with that this morning.
Yep, I recorded it all. It's on my second YouTube channel. Jake Pukes Black Goo.
Yeah, all my puke is, of course, rat magoo. So we all know that, of course. So
I'm referring to, like, you had a video that got demonetized. I remember that. That's how long I've been a fan. I've been a fan for a while.
Oh, wow, God, so I'm gonna cry. You got me all giddy. You got me all giddy. Locke is saying Carpenter at least gave the green light to the script. I love that he's done the music for these. That's something that really sets this trilogy apart. I completely agree. Fuck. Yeah. Oh my God, the music has been amazing for all of these movies. So
I
far.
hope we get the Shape Hunts Allison again in this. That's like the best. Okay, maybe not the best. The second best piece of Halloween music we've gotten. Like
from this new stuff, I think definitely though, like without an argument.
Yeah.
I fucking love that track, man. Oh my God, I like the Halloween Kills stuff, but the Halloween 2018 score is, man, maybe one of his best.
The music from the trailer is so like this new trailer is so like grand and orchestra. Like it feels like whoo, like my nipples got hard. I was like, ugh, like this is like really like my hair flew back. I was like, God damn, this is hitting hard.
Oh yeah, it seems like it's gonna be a much more epic, the biggest entry from David Gordon Green with that score. Yeah,
it's like if John Williams and John Carpenter got in the studio and made the Halloween score. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, I can't wait to listen to the whole thing. Is the whole thing out yet? I haven't even checked. I've been so busy.
The soundtrack.
Yeah.
I've seen so many tracks floating around, which I don't get why they released the soundtrack before the movie. I don't get it, and then it spoils shit, and I have to delete stuff from my comments that I don't want to see. It frustrates me. It makes me want to throw up. But yeah, I don't get it. But yeah, it probably is. So someone in the chat will let us know.
Yeah, I've talked about it in my videos because it's public knowledge, but it's like I wish they hadn't put that up. I wish they just hadn't. Wish that wasn't out there at all, because now you can kind of like detail how the movie's gonna flow from that. So it's
like it tells you exactly how the movie's. Yeah, you're right. How the movie's gonna flow. It's like it has every. I don't know, man.
So like if you can spend 15 minutes looking at the track list, going to both the trailers and the TV spots. It'll take you 15 minutes to basically give you the 80% of the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What I do like it they haven't. Hopefully, it doesn't look like it. They've kind of showed everything from the first 2 acts. The last act looks like it's hidden. I don't see any indications of that might be the final shot or whatever. It looks like they kind of held that back a little bit, which is good.
Yeah, I think that's nice. I do like the procession track. I remember that was publicly released. So it's like, okay, this is cool, but I just wish they wouldn't have given us.
What's your favorite piece of Halloween music? Like, do you have a movie or particular scene that's like, ooh, that slaps?
I mean, I love pretty much every track off of the original, like from the 78 movie, but like, I can't remember the specific name of it, but the one that's like, like that from the fucking original. And the theme's great, of course. It's iconic.
Yeah, it's iconic. My favorite is Halloween 2, the synthy 80s, like that shit gets me going, gets the people going, it's woo. I love 80s synth. And it like brings Halloween into the 80s. It's super cool.
That's a really good soundtrack.
Underrated.
Too, for sure.
People don't talk about it enough.
I fuck with it, man. I just watched Halloween 2 the other day. I love that movie.
How does it think it holds up?
I think it holds up really well. The 4K scan of it is also great. I know you may disagree, but I think it's fucking awesome. I think Halloween 2, even though it has some flaws, it's definitely still one of the best movies in the whole fucking franchise, for sure.
My main problem with Halloween 2, it feels like it's like playing into Friday the 13th, to where like it's all about the kills. It's like more gorier and like bigger and badder, when the first Halloween isn't that. It's more of a slow burn. But I kind of get it, because it's technically like Halloween 1.5. It's like an epilogue to the original. It's good to watch them back to back, because it's like one giant movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Halloween 2 is pretty solid. I think it's like, I'm doing a ranking video, as a lot of people were probably going to do after Halloween ends, so I'm not going to spoil where that's going to be.
Yeah.
But
I won't either until October 15th when that comes out. That's what I got. I got that written on my calendar right now. So.
I think I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to wait till like a little bit longer, just because I need to maybe let End sink in a little bit and see where I'm going to put that. That's the wild card for me.
See, I'm probably going to watch it Thursday at the theater, and I'll probably watch it at least once or twice Friday. So I'll have seen it 3 times. I'll be like, okay,
dude. I'm telling you, I think hopefully there's an open spot at the promo screening, because I think there's one in Cleveland if it's near you.
I did a wait list. I'm on the wait list. I'm checking my email like every 5 seconds to see if I can get to that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Thank you for that, by the way. I appreciate that.
Universal's pretty good with that. So any Universal movie, they usually kind of give you like 2 days, 3 days early.
Hell yeah. I'll look into it for sure. If they can, hopefully they give me a seat. That would be.
Never know, man.
Nice.
Never know.
I'm gonna be more prepared for the next couple of things. I'm editing a 90-minute movie on top of running 3 YouTube channels. It's just a lot, It's just Jake's been busy. Yeah, I run 3 channels right now. This one, Movie Smoothie, and Lethal Collective for the most part.
Okay.
So I mean, that's like 2 live streams a week. It's not that bad, but
true. So you're the brains behind the operation, huh?
I do like all the thumbnails and shit. So I mean,
told me otherwise. That cocky bastard.
He is the Collective after all.
Yeah, true.
So,
that is.
I can't really argue.
He is the most handsome. I give it that.
No argument there. God damn. Locked is saying, "Gross is a compliment to Jake. I assure you, I believe gross is one of the first words he used to describe Red Right Hand."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. By the way, can't wait for Red Right Hand to come out.
I'm very excited for you to see it, Zoe. It is very disgusting. It's like the most disgusting. It's really gross, but it's
Terrifier 2 disgusting.
There are a few scenes that are that gross, but not like the whole thing.
Hey, I'm there. I'm in there like swimwear.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm in there, bud.
Scream fans are gonna. I think what's nice about it is Scream fans are gonna like it, and Terrifier 2 fans are gonna like it. So if you're on both sides of that coin, I think everyone's gonna come together and like this one. Hopefully, let's hope. But Zoe, I'm probably gonna be wrapping up here tonight. I only wanted to do like an hour or so. I want to go longer, but Jake needs to get
running
some rest.
like so many live streams. It's all good. I get it, sir. You need the rest. It's only 5 o'clock over here, so.
Oh, that must be nice. It's like 9 here, pretty much. Sick. Well, I do want to say to everyone watching, thank you so much. And if you guys are not subscribed to the excellent Zoe Crawford here, go check out his channel. Go give him a subscription and be like, hey, what's up? Saw you on the old KillJoy Jake page and wanted to say, hey, so go ahead and do that.
Do me a favor, everyone who ends up subscribing. When I drop my Halloween Ends video, leave the most nastiest, grossest comment you can. I want to feel like a piece of shit after my opinion.
Tell him to go eat rats.
Yeah, exactly. Before we close out, no matter how Halloween ends, it's been a cool ride. It's been like it's kind of emotional, like it's been the last 4 years have been a lot of content regarding this series and this franchise, and it's coming to an end, and that's kind of sad.
It is. We don't know when we're going to see Michael again on the big screen. I'm sure it'll be sometime, we don't have to wait too long, I don't think, just because of how much money these last 3 movies have made. But It is sad, it's the end of an era for this franchise, and it's going to go somewhere else next time around. So I personally have loved this whole era for Halloween. It's been a lot of fun. I love what David Gordon Green has done with it personally. It's been a blast, and I hope he can stick the landing here in a week.
Yeah, even if he doesn't, at least if he does something different, I'll respect it. Yeah. And I don't think it needs to be perfect. It won't be perfect. It's such a hard thing to try and nail to please everybody. You're not going to please everybody, so you might as well do something crazy and outlandish. And hopefully we get something like that. I'm so beyond curious how this is going to wrap up. And we're so close. I mean, I see it Wednesday. That's crazy. That's like, what's that, 5 days?
Yeah, dude. Oh my God.
Oh man, that's super quick. I'm anxious.
Well, enjoy it, Zoe. And if you like it, send me a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
I will do no such thing.
I will do no such thing. No spoilers before it comes out. Okay, hey, that's fair. I don't want it spoiled, but I'm just a curious little Carly over here. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching again. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and Zoe tonight. Peace out. Subscribe to Zoe's channel. Do all that because that's pretty fucking sick. And as always, don't forget to kill it out.